Star Wars Visions. What is it? Well, it's an art book. But actually, there's a little bit of lore in here. Perhaps you know. But I thought it'd be cool to flip through it real quick and I'd point out a couple things that stood out to me when I finally perused through this thing. I will not be showing the more naughty paintings and illustrations that this book is known for, or that you might know it for. George Lucas, this is another one of his brainchilds where he's like, this is a good idea for me to make money off the Star Wars license. Let's just commission a wide variety of artwork and have it be Star Wars themed. And then George Lucas, partially selling this book on his name recognition and the fact that it was his brainchild, then was like, hey, let's put like 4 naked Twi'leks in it. And then say, you know, this was my idea. But, you know, it's not that bad. The naughty pictures. Take the jacket off so I don't jack it up. This one is cool. I should go back. So in the back of the book, there's a section in the back of the book that has a little blurb about each illustration or painting from the book, and there's a varying degree of information with it. The artist, the name of the artwork, and then there is some lore with some of them. I really like this one, the drive-in. Got a forward. There's a lot of different art styles in here that go right over my head, and so I won't pretend to try to be like, hey, that's impressionist. That's an art style, right? Here's a Leia. This one, I really like this one. What's it called? Maybe I can see here. Shadows of Tatooine. Some of these, I'm not going to show the whole book. Tusken Raider stuff. Here's a character, Darth Simi. And I looked in the back of the book, I was like, who is that? I haven't heard of this person. And I looked in the back of the book. And she originated in this book. And the artist, seemingly, came up with their own lore. An ancient priestess kept alive for thousands of years by sacrificing young Jedi to the dark side, now scours the galaxy for her next victim. That's so cool. That's so cool. Her designs, now it's a little silly, but the creators of the Boba Fett show must have been reading this book. So this is a good one. The Wookiees have a hairless cat, right? That's intentional, right? is that one called? This one's called The Exorcism of Darth Vader. Very cool. If you're getting super into the lore and the context, isn't that Darth Maul's ship? And didn't these starfighters show up? When did those show up? Attack of the Clones? I don't know. This is Jabba in high school. I don't know. Not wild about that one. Okay. So that's right. Like, is that Norman Rockwell? Do I look stupid now? This one's probably one of my favorites. We have Anakin with Padme, and we have the dark side sort of pulling him away from her, depicted by these like pointy, spiky bird things. I really like that one. Not sure what's going on there. Can anyone tell me who this dude is? He looks familiar. This one is sweet. Love that style. Gets the sense of speed well. This looks like it's from something. Like identifiable. I don't know what it is. Losing some sci-fi nerd creds by admitting that, I would imagine. This also looks like it's from something. What's that one from? Meaning the style, paying homage to something. Alright, let's just try to skip ahead. Okay, well, this one's sweet. I look at the Ewoks. Stupid Ewoks. That's cool. That also looks like it's doing a specific style or artist. So here's something interesting, or the next one, right? So, my girlfriend and I just watched American Graffiti, and we thought it was awesome, delightful, absolute delight. You can see some proto-Leia in some of those female characters too. But I don't know how I'd never seen that movie. I absolutely loved it. That's Mel's Diner from American Graffiti. George Lucas's first movie, right? But so, what is this here? Certainly this is touched on in Supernatural Encounters. Maybe not this specific painting. Here we have characters from Star Wars at a franchisee, is that right, of Mel's Diner, a future Mel's Diner. We have C-3PO and R2. And so obviously that means that American Graffiti takes place within the expanded universe. This is an anime Leia, I guess. This one's pretty sweet. It's a close-up. Hey! Okay, and so what's this one? This is Easy Being Green. It's not. So, these are nice. It's not necessarily a dope piece of art, but I love this Padme costume. Her headpiece, her head thing. I totally dig it. It's such a cool costume. Here's, why did I not look in the back to see if there's context for this? Who is she? What is her story? She's reaching for a lightsaber. She looks super cool. Sure, someone, I don't know, who are these people? That looks like something, different property. Abandoned Sith World is what this one is called. I think, is this one of these rings? Is that what we're looking through here? Is this, that doesn't look like a world, it looks like a space station, so I don't know. This one's cool, with a young Lando, maybe pulling a heist with those goggles. The scoundrels had like a little underpowered lightsaber that they used for their heist. This one is called The Smoke That Thunders. This is so cool. These elephant guys look kind of Guillermo del Toro-y, if you ask me. Now, who's that? There's the Jedi down there. This is a close-up. With C-3PO and R2? What's happening here? Maybe that's one of their adventures during the Droids cartoon era. That's what it is. Radon Culthus. Some of you lore experts there, the only knowledge I have, the only encounter I had with a Radon Culthus is the second X-Wing game for GameCube. Like, is it seriously what this is from, that they took inspiration from? It can't be right. Here's Brennan Quinlan Voss has got a excellent breakdown video he did like a year ago. Considering the expanded universe implications of this piece of art here. You should go watch it. Maybe I'll link it if I'm competent enough to do that. Is this the end of Ahsoka in the expanded universe? The closest thing we got. Who did they pay to do this? That's just like an American soldier. It's called Night Vision. It's not Star Wars. Some of these, you're like, oh, that guy just, no. So that's a good Padme. Guess I can take the post-its out of these if I'm not going to show you. I improvised some sensors. The dumb little Ewoks over there. Next one is a close-up, I think. Yeah. Ah, they're so cute. Ha. Alright, let's get down to business here. Yeah, and that's the business. This one is so cool. No context. Either here, it's untitled. The characters aren't named. We don't know when, where, why, or what. And there's no context in the back. But that is cool, that piece. Now this one, oh, hold on. There we go. What is it called? Skirmish on Endymion. And we've got what looks like a Sith fighting a Jedi. And so I was like, what is this? Looks kind of specific. And so I looked up Endymion, and its only two Wikipedia sources are this art piece from this book, and then the Book of the Sith, when the Book of the Sith came after this. And so it would seem that the author of the Book of the Sith, and this wouldn't be surprising, because he does some deep cut connections, took this painting and gave it a little bit of context in that in Malgus' section of the Book of the Sith, it said that he had troops on this planet, and so maybe this is a part of that battle. Hey, get down. Go. Hey. This is a cool one. That's Kashyyyk. So are those like ancient tree stumps? This one's kind of cool. What's happening here? R2's meeting an IG droid. And that's the end. That goes into the back of the book. There's some cool stuff in there. Overall, as a product, it's, I don't know, you'd have to really appreciate art. But a couple little pieces in there with some cool lore. Thank you.